Welcome back to Que-pasa-Nashville. My name is Christina Allen, and thank you very much for joining us as we are be talking to the Nashville Ballet and the Nutcracker and the opportunity of collaboration with the Ballet Dance Studios. We're excited to have you both on site and understand and talking about the importance of having a diverse cast. So we were talking earlier about the ballet, the Nutcracker, and how the relationship with the Ballet Dance Studio allowed for Latino children, girls that take ballet to see that opportunity at the ballet, especially for the Nutcracker. As we continue, what happened to start the conversation for even the consideration of the kids to even try out for the ballet? How did that occur?
Well, I was talking to Brianna, the outreach coordinator.
For the ballet?
For the ballet. And I just realized they never been in an academy like Nashville Ballet. So the main idea, the first idea was to take them there, to see the big building, all these rooms full of ballerinas.
Did they see all the outfits and everything?
Yeah, the outfits, the teachers. I actually took the teachers first, our teachers, to see the whole experience, and then we took the kids with the parents. So they were all, wow, this is big, I want to be a ballerina. We have already kids that have been with us for these 2 years, that they know what they feel, I want to be a dancer. Wow. So that's what we want to do, to take them there.
And for the ballet to open up, not just for Latinos, for all different children to be in the ballet, how did that, was that always intentional, the objective?
It is for us because ballet is sort of inherently stereotypical of a certain culture or a certain ethnicity, and we just believe that this art form has so much power. It has to be accessible to everyone. We need to make it accessible to all ethnicities and all cultures because it has such amazing transformative power. Whether you're an audience member, whether you're taking dance, there's so many life lessons built in it. You see it a lot in the youth cast, I'm sure. We can talk a little bit about the change in the children when they grow and they really through this performance period, but that's so essential, and we have to be reflective of the unique and diverse culture that's growing in Nashville, because it just makes the whole city better and makes the art form better.
With the attention, and forgive me, I don't know her name, of the famous ballerina, the African-American.
Yes, Misty Copeland.
With Misty Copeland's, I've seen all her interviews on 60 Minutes, I've seen her on the cover of Time magazine, and the beauty she has brought to ballet, especially her commercials that, hey, they said I was too different, I didn't fit the mold.
Right.
Was that a calling out to you as well as a ballet to say, wait a minute, what are we doing to this? As the demographic shifts, we have to be realistic of our next generation.
Absolutely, and we have a principal dancer as well, African-American, Kayla Rouser. She's been with us now since she was probably about 19 or 20. I won't say her age now, she would kill me. And she's risen from just being a second company member, which is more like the core work and things. She's grown all the way to now she's the prime principal dancer. You'll see her in Sugar Plum, and our artistic director Paul Vasterling said he really noticed children in the audience that when she stepped on stage he saw them freeze, and they all of a sudden had a role model that they knew that this was possible for them.
Localizing it too.
Yes, yeah, because that was just a vision for them on stage that was something that they could then relate to, and we knew that that was really important for the children in the school that were coming up. And
does the Nashville Ballet Nutcracker also perform for the HOT program at TPAC, which is the school children?
We actually have a separate program that we do called Holiday Magic, and we have corporations that generously give to allow us to give tickets to service organizations, Big Brothers Big Sisters, America.
So the exposure that the ballet is continuing to be throughout our school system within all our counties, I'm sure, because this is the capital and they make it a trip. So as we talk about the Nutcracker and the relationship with the Ballet Dance Studio, I mean, I really have to understand, a lot of these parents are newly arrivals, a lot of them are immigrant. They don't know the difference of what the ballet commitment is to just an after-school program. How were you able to be sensitive to the parents, because hand-holding them as well as their children to understand trying out and the significance of that. And how many tried out?
Well, we had 14.
14 ballet girls try out?
Of our kids. I present the opportunity to all the parents, and it's funny because when I told them, none of the parents knew what was a nutcracker.
Right.
And I did see some of the kids jumping when I mentioned the nutcracker, because they know some of them have been born
Barbie
here.
has a nutcracker.
That's right.
I have
That's
3
right.
daughters. They knew with the music and stuff.
So the kids do know about it, but the parents don't. So I talked to them. The main goal for this was to take them there to see how an audition is, the experience of being.
So 14 girls tried out?
14 girls tried
And
out.
how long was the tryout process?
Usually they go in by age, and it's anywhere from about an hour to an hour and a half, and they are walking into a room that might have maybe 80 children in it of their same age group, numbers, and we try to make it fun because they can be as young as 7 when they're auditioning, and so we don't want the typical, stone face at the table. We smile and engage with the kids and make sure they feel comfortable and enjoy the process as well.
So of the 14, how many made it?
5.
5.
Yes.
And so with those 5 children, what does that commitment mean? Because they have to show up in evenings after, there's a lot of practice.
Yes, and they cannot miss Baila neither. So it's a big commitment, and that was
Time management, parents,
yes,
and stuff.
driving them there, all the things, trying the costumes, to be on time, everything. And I told them that even before we went to the audition, that it's going to be a huge commitment. Even though it's not that hard to get to the auditions, but after that, it's a lot to do.
Well, you have time management, homework, and so
Yes.
forth. So my mother's from Mexico, and I played sports growing up. My mom didn't come to the games. It wasn't part of the culture.
Right.
And I remember seeing my other friends with their parents there, non-Hispanic, and I'm like, why don't you, it was, I remember, and when we talked earlier, my mom just didn't know that she could. It was just, they don't do that in their home country. Do you see that more with your parents and really understanding that commitment, that you have to get involved?
Yeah, well, I think that the point what you're pointing is true within the Hispanic community, and within our parents from Baila, I see a little bit of that. So I was making sure they know before they start the process. But once they started, when they were chosen, they realized, well, it was true. It is a big commitment.
Well, I think if 5 out of how many kids tried out?
Out of 14, yeah.
No,
oh my goodness, I think 300 and something.
Okay, I would like to take that as a big plus and
Yes.
realize that my child was chosen out of that many.
Yes.
So after you chose the 5, is it a different type of meetings and commitment from
Yes.
everybody?
And we start with, especially for new parents, a parent meeting where I'm able to really go over, because these children aren't driving, so
Right.
this is where we get into, this is a family commitment. You are going to have to be on time, and especially working with the 2 professional companies. But what I do guarantee them is what I tell you and how long it's going to be is how long it's going to be. So
that's-
rehearsal's done when rehearsal's done, because the dancers are finished and they have hours that we have to keep, and so they really know, they're able to really know what they're getting into. But thank goodness, and Diana was there as well to help with that. She attended the parent meeting so that she could help get the parents through
Translation?
everything that was said and what it all means.
I think that's a commitment on
It's
your
important.
end too, to understand that it wasn't just, hey, we're collaborating, here's some tryout. It was really holding the parents' hands to understand that commitment.
yeah.
And so when we look at the results, what do we look at?
They have been amazing. I think I haven't heard one thing. They've been at all rehearsals, and
Well, I will say that I was at the performance on Saturday night, and I was able to see the parents in front of me, and they just lit up when the kids come in. And we
yeah.
have some pictures here of some of the kids that are performing. And so they had a variety of children performing throughout with different costumes, which was beautiful, and which Latinos are in and out of some of these, which I think is the joy of watching this.
And I have to say, I get used to the fact that the children just become little professionals backstage. And I have an eye-opening experience either when I talk to the parents or when I was talking to a person that works at TPAC, and he was saying, so you guys push the kids around backstage and make sure they get, and I said, oh no, nobody's touching those kids. They know
Where to be.
exactly where they're supposed to be, when they're going to come on stage.
And
They
it's beautiful pictures of the
listen to the
ballet
music and.
for all to enjoy. So the experience in itself for the parents and the children is going to take them to a different mindset, to understanding that they can also achieve these opportunities. And then, so what happens next? I mean, after that ballet, they, in a way, they were chosen, they committed, they took themselves to a different level. Is there opportunity for them to continue to grow with the Ballet Dance Studio and or other opportunities with the ballet?
Yes.
Yeah, with the dance studio, definitely we are going to try to keep giving more levels, higher levels, so they can keep with us and growing with us, and of course working by the hand of Nashville Ballet and organizations like that, so we can keep searching for opportunities for them.
And with the ballet, how are you kind of continue to have outreach, not just with the Nutcracker?
What we like to do is when we have an organization like this where we know we can grow the relationship, we'll do things like master classes with them so that we'll come to them, and that's always very special. We'll send one of our dancers that they have now been on stage with and take class from them, and then we'll do certain workshops at the ballet as well so they can come and take in our studios. It's really important, as we said, you know, our building is big and it can seem really overwhelming, so to get them very comfortable and feeling like it's fine for me to be here, I belong, I'm part of this family, that's really important at first, and then be able to start looking at scholarship opportunities to bring them into the school.
That's even better. We're going to take another quick break, and we're going to come back and join us with Que-pasa-Nashville as we talk about the Nashville Ballet, the Nutcracker, and their intentional collaboration with different minorities. We'll be right back.